Yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, hello everyone. My name is Robin Judge, and I have the privilege of being the board chair for Homeport, and actually have been involved with Homeport almost since its inception. So I guess that shows my dedication. So, welcome to the opening of Phase 2 of Easton. We have the construction of Phase 3 slotted to begin by the first quarter of 2026. I'm excited to say we're near the finish line for Easton Place Homes. It's been an exciting project, and we wonder, where we're going to go next, Leah, but right now we're here to celebrate this one. Since we first started the plans for Easton Place Homes, we had a vision. The vision was for the hard workers of Easton area to have a home near their place of work that was affordable, keyword there, affordable, that was built with quality, and I think we've done that, and that held their comfort and dignity as the highest priorities. Developments like this just don't happen without incredible collaboration. I am proud and grateful to help guide an organization that never has to go it alone. In our mission to create strong communities, we are fortunate enough to have so many incredible public and private partners on our side. So I'd like to take this time to thank everyone who made an impact here. Thank you to the Georgetown Company for your partnership in this development. Thank you to OFA, Enterprise Community Partners, my former employer that I just retired from, Fifth Third, and Bellwether Enterprises for making the key investments that made this phase of the project possible. I would also like to thank the City of Columbus, thank you, Mayor, City Council, the Columbus Franklin County Finance Authority, and EMH&T for your generous support. And finally, thanks to all of you for being here to help us celebrate. I am now pleased to introduce our extraordinary Homeport President and CEO, Leah Evans.
So good morning. It is really truly an honor and pleasure. If you all have been here with us before, I will tell you again, it is my joy to serve as the President and CEO of Homeport. I get to do this great work with great people and really impact change in our community. So I'm going off script. Why is that, you say, Leah? It's because it is not our work to do to share with you the stories of our residents and the families that we're able to serve in these properties. So I want to thank Valerie for being willing to come and share her story and her own reflections of being a resident here at Easton Place. So I'm ceding my time and letting her take the floor. So you want to come on up, Valerie Veal, one of our residents here at Easton Place. Give her a warm welcome.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody, or morning still. All right, so we're not just celebrating a grand opening today, but the beginning of a new community, a community that we've never seen before, exactly like this. And so it's really innovative, and I'm so glad to be a resident here and be a part of it. So thank you for the city leaders that have come, Homeport, everyone, and then of course our beautiful staff that works here. Thank you for everything that you do. It's times like these that we live in that community is the most important. Real community. It's not just the new paint, the new buildings, the new floors that we have, and then of course, being steps away from entertainment, restaurants, lots of things that we like the most about living here. But it's also about the heart of the people. The heart of the people is what's the most important. And I have found that in this community, this diverse community that has come together really excited about what's ahead, the opportunities that are ahead, and the peace of mind of being here. Thank you to Miss Yvette, I know she's here, our office manager, Josh, maintenance, Miss Cynthia, who also works in the office. I don't think you guys understand how hard they have worked to get everybody moved in and acclimated to this place. We can't thank them enough. The long hours. Thank you for pushing and fighting for us to be in this community. So, just last weekend, let me tell you a little bit about the community. Just last weekend, my family wasn't home, and I had to go to a dinner, and I had to zip my dress. How am I going to zip my dress? Can't zip it myself. I'm not double jointed. But we live in a place where the people are so nice and considerate. I knocked on my neighbor's door and I'm like, Miss Nikki, I need your help. And she's like, girl, I got you. Now we got to make sure I squeeze into this thing. She zipped me up and sent me on my way. Just a few days ago, I was out here throwing away trash at the compactor, and Abdullah, one of our neighbors down this way, we looked at each other, and of course, it had to be some kids, right? They came out, and you know how when you send them out to throw away the trash. And we just looked at each other. We both got our hands dirty, threw away the trash. And it's those simple little things that make the community safe, clean, and connected. And that is the most important thing, the tone and the foundation that has been set here. I never would have thought I would have lived in this community. I didn't know it was being built at the time, but I was led to live here, and I know that that's a part of the reason. So I'm so excited for what's ahead, what the residents are going to build in the foundation here, and that we're building this new space to be what we say that it is, because we are a part of this community, and that we are going to set the tone for the things that the city wants to do in the future. Let us be the example of that. And so that's it. That's all I have. Thank you. And the residents are happy to be here.
Thank you. That was fantastic. Good morning. My name is Winston Smith. I'm a vice president at the Georgetown Company. And a lot of the sentiment I'm going to share with you today reflects what Leah, Robin, and Valerie have all already shared with you. Well, I've been at the Georgetown Company for 5 years. New York is my home, but Columbus has become my second home. And today I'm just so excited and happy to be welcoming so many new residents to Easton, and it's a new home for all of them. I want to thank you all for being at Easton this morning and to celebrate Easton Place Homes Phase 2. My message this morning is one of gratitude as we deliver the second phase of our Easton Place Homes project. Easton is grateful for all of the collaborators and partners we've had along this journey. Homeport and its leader, Leah Evans, Mayor Ginther and his team, including Mike Stevens, Council President Shannon Hardin, and the members of City Council. Collaboration was critical to get us to where we are today. There are hundreds of employers within Easton, within walking distance of this location, and more than 30,000 people who work at Easton every day. Employers here range from very large businesses with offices such as MI Homes, Chase, Huntington Bank, and Abbott Laboratories, to only name a few, to restaurants and shops like the newly opened Del Mar, Bar Italia, Apple, and Homage, to hotels and entertainment venues, and much, much more. From our largest businesses to our smallest, all have employees who want to live close to where they work, to be in a community that has live, work, and play. Our second phase of Easton Place Homes will only further make this a reality to all of our new residents. We know that this residential offering will continue to help our employers recruit and retain valued employees, which is so critical in today's environment and building a holistic community. We are grateful to all of those who have collaborated to make this possible, and we are very proud to be adding this high quality and affordable living option here at Easton. Thank you to all who have played a role in this forthcoming. Easton, and specifically the Georgetown Company, appreciates all of you and we look forward to having you back at Easton Place Homes for our final groundbreaking of Phase 3, which will commence right behind all of us later this year or early next year. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. How are you all? I'm Terry Williams Ifaduba, Deputy Chief of Staff and District Director for Congresswoman Joyce Beatty, Ohio Congressional District 3, and I'm happy to speak on her behalf today. I was sharing, I'm going to go off script for a moment too. I was sharing with Leah that I left my office without the usual congressional proclamation. And I said, I failed. I'm so sorry, Leah. You guys are doing such great work. And then she and I were talking. I said, what if we do a wrap-up? And the end of the year, we just do one for all the ones you've done this year that shows the growth. So she and I are in agreement that I'm off I'm okay right now. I'm okay. I got till December 31st to get it right? Okay. Today we're here to mark the opening of Easton Place Homes Phase 2, the second of 3 phases to establish a vibrant community of 200 affordable rental homes here in the Easton area, one of my favorite shopping haunts. Phase 2 of the Easton project adds 100 new affordable rental apartments to the initial 50 from Phase 1. It's a mix of 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units across 3-story buildings located just south of Easton Town Center. This location offers residents easy access to jobs, shopping, dining, and a host of other amenities and critical services. Each of us here today understands the challenges that are faced and what's at stake with affordable, or the lack thereof, affordable housing in our community. Not only here in our community, but in cities across the nation. As hardworking Ohio families grapple with rising costs and historic cuts to health care and food assistance, the urgency to provide safe, high-quality, affordable housing is only growing. That's why this project matters. Through efforts like this, Homeport continues to be an indispensable leader in meeting Central Ohio's housing needs. With guaranteed affordability for the next 30 years, hundreds of Easton residents will gain a secure, stable, and welcoming place to call home as a direct result of this vital project. But make no mistake, we have lots more work to do. Meeting the full scope of Central Ohio's housing needs requires persistent commitment to action and collaboration across the government, nonprofit, and private sectors. Increasing the supply of affordable housing must continue to be a top priority, and we must leverage the resources needed to make it happen. Know that Congresswoman Beatty remains a tireless advocate in Congress, consistently fighting to lower costs and expand access to affordable housing, ensuring that every Central Ohioan has not only the dignity that they deserve, but the opportunity to truly thrive. On behalf of Congresswoman Beatty, thank you. Leah and the entire team at Homeport for your vision, for your commitment, and for your leadership. We would not be here without you all. Thank you to the Georgetown Company, and thank you to everyone else who's made this project possible. We look forward to Phase 3. I'll be here without the and all that you continue to accomplish. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Morning. My name is Abdullah Jang. I'm Congressman Mike Carey's Field Representative Manager. On behalf of the Congressman, it is truly a pleasure to be with you here today to celebrate a major milestone not only for the Easton community, but for families across Central Ohio. With the launch of Phase 2 homes, affordable housing is not just about bricks and mortar. It's about building a future where every family, every child, every senior has a safe, stable place to call home. The second phase, 100 brand new rental apartments in 4 beautiful 3-story buildings, is bringing hope and opportunity to our region. When completed, all 3 phases will provide 200 homes for working families, seniors, and individuals. Each unit designed with long-term affordability, accessibility, and sustainability in mind. Thanks to the strong collaboration between Homeport, the Georgetown companies, Easton Place Homes is settling a new standard, with 15 apartments targeted for those earning at below 30% at the area median income, and another 65 for households earning under 50% and 60%. This project is prioritizing those who need support the most. It's a model for equity in action. Affordability housing does not happen by accident. It requires leadership, creativity, and willingness to bring public and private partners together. The Ohio Housing Finance Agency, Franklin County, the City of Columbus, Enterprise Community Partners, Fifth Third Bank, and Bellwether Enterprise all played a key role in making this vision a reality. And Homeport, where do I start, right? Whose track record of service stretches back nearly 40 years, continues to be a leader in building communities, not just buildings. On behalf of Congressman Mike Carey, thank you to everyone who played a part in this. This is what progress looks like. This is what partnership looks like. And this is what the future of housing in Central Ohio should continue to look like. Congratulations to everyone involved, and may Easton Place Homes Phase 2 be a source of strength, stability, and success for every resident who walks through these doors. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. What a great morning here in the city of Columbus. I know it is warm. The sun is shining, but I have never been more optimistic about the future of this city than being with you here today. It's great to be back here at Easton. A couple of things, in addition to some of the best restaurants and shopping, I would argue, anywhere in America, a lot of people don't realize that Easton is the largest job center outside of downtown in the city of Columbus. And that excludes retail and restaurant. So you think about all the corporations and headquarters that are here at Easton and why this matters so much. We're in the income tax business with respect to basic city services. So Easton helps fund cops in Eastgate, helps fund firefighters in Westgate, helps fund recreation and parks in Marion Franklin, helps to fund the things that matter most to us and our families. Critical, important job center. And as all the speakers have said, this partnership, this is a pretty complicated, complex capital stack. I think that's what they call it, Leah, to make it all happen. But this is a great example of the Columbus way. When we all come together and stack hands and say, we're going to focus on people, we're going to focus on families, we're going to focus on seniors, and make sure that they have a safe, affordable place to live. The future of this city is bright because the people of Columbus continually choose to invest in themselves and their neighbors. This was possible because the people of Columbus voted for bond issues in the past. We were able to contribute $4.5 million towards the $25 million project because we chose ourselves. We chose our neighbors. And this fall, friends, we have another incredible opportunity. And I'm going to continue to spread the gospel about the bond package on the ballot in November. $1.9 billion, $500 million for housing, the biggest investment in the city's history. It's something we can all get behind. Because the best part about it, I think Mr. Doran created the SIT like in his senior internship program back in the 50s. We haven't levied a property tax on these bond packages in our city since 1956. And every 3 or 4 years, we come to voters and ask them to approve these projects. So think about it. Think about the homes we're going to build. Think about the jobs we're going to create. Think about the improvements to water and sewer as we continue to grow. And we have that power when we go to vote this November and continue to choose to invest in ourselves in the future of this city. So to all our partners, to Leah, to her board, past and present, we are grateful for all of your incredible leadership, and I can't wait to see what we do next. God bless you. I'm introducing, I'll tell you, mayors can propose whatever they want, but councils appropriate the dollars. And we are so fortunate to have an incredible champion for housing who leads our city council. Please welcome our president, Shannon Harton.
Thank you, Mayor. It is an honor to be here. Would you give it up for our mayor? Thank you for his leadership. To Leah, to Winston from Georgetown, to Secretary Donovan, to all of us who have assembled. It is really hot, so I will be very brief. The mayor hit on this, that building affordable housing is tough. But building affordable housing in as desirable a location for jobs and access is damn near impossible. And it can only happen with partnerships. And I say often that what we build are physical representations of our values. And they're not just brick and mortars, they say who we are. But if that is true, then where we build is also a representation of our values. And being able to create community right here, where we can work, but where we can play, where we can enjoy, where we can create special places for Columbus to grow is critically important. This is proof what we can do when we lead with purpose, with partnerships, and do it for people. Let's continue to lean in. It is now my honor to introduce a good friend of the city, our county's Chief Economic Innovation Development Officer. Was that good? Almost there. Rochelle Price.
Good morning, and I know your agenda says our dapper and debonair Commissioner Kevin L. Boyce was supposed to be here today, and I don't look nothing like him. However, the beautiful thing about Team Franklin County is that when you close your eyes, you will always hear the same mission, the same vision, and the same passion, and that is the people that we serve. So on behalf of our Commissioner Kevin Boyce, President Erica Crawley, and Commissioner John O'Grady, we bring you greetings today. This is a momentous day, and I will say, as so many have said before us, thank you, Leah, to your team, to what you do, and how you do what you do with intentionality, because that is the crux, that is the foundation. But this is the blueprint. This is the model. When you think about what is encompassed in this property and those properties to come, when you think of Easton and all that it beholds, we have really began to do some things in a bold, beautiful way. Collective impact is how we do this. Collective impact is how we need to continue to do this to ensure that we continue to thrive and that our residents are not just given opportunities to survive. We all deserve equity. We all deserve dignity and balance in what we do. And we are grateful for this opportunity. Like Homeport and the City of Columbus and the Ohio Finance Agency and many organizations and advocates, as our mayor said, this is impressive, but we've done it, so we can keep doing it, right? Brick by brick, conversation by conversation, relationship by relationship, we can continue to build our community, and not based on what we believe as those who invest is needed, but what our community said to us they need in order to make their next step their best step. This is dreams actualized. This is the legacy really moving in the direction that we want to see for families, for our children, and those that come after them. So we are grateful for this. Franklin County invested just over $1.3 million into this property through our Magna Fund program. Our program that we created specifically to address the urgent and growing needs for affordable housing across our communities. This fund has allowed us to do exactly what I stated earlier, and that's to be intentional and to continue to grow us as a community, as a city, as a county. And we are grateful as we are even moving to revamp our Magna Fund into something that's even greater to serve our residents, targeting high impact projects in neighborhoods where affordability is increasingly out of reach. Because here's the reality, we know that growth is happening and it's going to continue to happen, but we must be, the onus is on us to be prepared for said growth. And through projects like this and many others, we can do so. As I said, this is the blueprint. This is what we understand is necessary for our working families, for seniors, for single parents, for our neighbors, and making sure that we are clear about the message. And the message is that you belong here. We all belong here. And we need to make sure that we create a space as such. It reminds us that affordable housing isn't a side conversation. It's core infrastructure. It's economic development. It's stability. So to our partners at Homeport, thank you again for your leadership. Thank you for who you are and what you do. We believe in our philosophy at Economic Development and Planning for Franklin County is that we do development with community and not to community. And if you hear that philosophy again, that is great, and we are grateful because we challenge all of us to make sure that we consider the we and not the who we do it to, and what we develop for each and every one of us to be better. Thank you, Homeport. Thank you to our partners. Thank you for all of you for being here today. We are grateful, and we are ready to build the next layer of bricks step by step with our hands with you. Thank you.
Good morning. It is wonderful to see you all. It is hot, and you know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to build a village, and here we are, the village gathered together right in front of you in this front row. Mr. Mayor, Mr. Commissioner, to all of the incredible work that the county has done, to our members of Congress on both sides of the aisle who represent deep investment in not just this community, but all across. And a special shout out from Enterprise. We work incredibly closely with Fifth Third all over this country, to our partnership with Bellwether, to everyone that has been part of this village. Thank you. I also recognize that I am the 9th of that village to be on this stage out of 13. And so I will not repeat all the remarkable things you've heard, particularly about the community that's being built here. But I do want to say that this is very literally a homecoming for enterprise to be here today. And why is that? 40 years ago, our founder, our beloved founder, Jim Rouse, and his wife, Patty, were invited by then Governor Richard Celeste and then Mayor Buck Reinhardt to bring Enterprise's model here to Columbus. Instantly, Jim Rouse saw here in Columbus, in this community, in this city, in this state, the potential for the kind of organization that Enterprise was founded to help build and support. A community-driven organization that was created for strong, affordable communities where families could thrive. And Leah, as you know, what led from that vision was Homeport. It was our founder, Jim Rouse, who came here and helped to create Homeport in the first place. And so this partnership that is represented today, over decades now, is enormously special to us. And we couldn't be prouder of the work that you do, Leah, and all the incredible work of your team at Homeport. And you show, in the words of Jim, what he said all the time. This is on the back of our business cards. It's in our offices all over the country. He said that bold visions are essential to fuel hope. And if there's something we need more than affordable housing these days, it is hope. It is hope. That vision was a simple one. That a nation that promises opportunity and equality and a better future for the next generation can never do it without vital, affordable places to live. And we know the challenges are deep. Here in Ohio, more than 1 in 5 out of every renters pays more than half of their income. Think about that, half their income on rent. This state is short over 260,000 units of housing, particularly for our lowest income renters. And this affordability crisis, and I will say, I'll date myself here, I've been doing this work a long time, almost 3 decades. I travel around the country, I have never seen the challenges this deep, but more importantly, I've never seen them this broad. They are in every community. They are in blue states and red states. They're in rural enclaves, in tribal communities, and right downtown in Columbus, but they are here as well. And so we must, at this moment, do what my old boss, President Obama, used to say: a crisis is a terrible thing, but is also a terrible thing to waste. So our job, our homework, if you will, is to take this crisis and turn it into opportunity. That is exactly what Homeport and this village of partners has done right here. That is what we must do all across the country. And to close, I want to just give a little bit of hope as well, and I want to give a shout out to our members of Congress that are represented here. It hasn't gotten enough attention, but buried in the huge bill that passed Congress just a few weeks ago was the biggest expansion in the low-income housing tax credit in the history of the program. That is the primary way that we built the Easton Place homes. It is the primary way as a country that we build affordable housing today. And in a time when almost nothing is bipartisan, we came together as a country to support the biggest expansion in that investment in the program's history, a program that Jim Rouse, our founder, helped to create. So we need more Easton Place homes all over this community, all over this country. It is a model that we should be replicating everywhere. And it is a victory, a sign that we can turn this crisis into opportunity. It is proof that there is hope on the horizon for the millions of families out there struggling to afford a place to live. So thank you, Village. Thank you for the work you've done here.
I was running out of my turn here. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tony Love. I'm with Bellwether Enterprise. Mayor, you talked about the capital stack here. I'm the BWE, but if you saw the zeros that go with those players, you would be blown away. This really is a labor of love. It's one that I think really does reflect on the themes that you've heard many speakers talk about already. It is a group of committed, passionate people coming together to try to provide decent, safe, affordable housing. And to your point about building community, I think that's something that resonates with all of us. Something I don't think many people do realize, though, is when we see the outcome of these projects, the level of risk that an organization takes on is really incredible. And even when you're a nonprofit organization, there is financial risk with these projects. And we had a couple roller coasters on the ride to a closing here. But again, I think it was to the commitment of all the participants that played in this arena that we were able to come through it. And Leah, thank you for your leadership. Adam, for your leadership as well. Nick Rozier, I don't know if Nick's around, but there he is. I just really enjoyed working with everybody at your organization. We're so honored that you would select us. I find it also rather ironic, though. We're in the first mortgage position, but our loan amount is probably the smallest of the capital stack here. But it is, again, I think, a testament to everybody that really wants to pull together. And also, Mayor, to your point about the bond issue, I think this is one of those things that we're seeing with some of the turmoil in Washington, D.C. State and local government is stepping up. And I think it's really responding creatively. Whenever there's sort of disruption in historical programs and resources, I think it requires us all to be very creative. And I commend you and the council and everybody that's working here in Franklin County to make those resources available. So thank you all very much. I appreciate the opportunity to speak, and I'll have our next guest speak, Susan Thomas.
Good morning. My name is Susan Thomas, and I'm the president of the Community Development Corporation at Fifth Third Bank. The Community Development Banking Group at Fifth Third is pleased to be both the equity investor in this development via our relationship with Enterprise, as well as the construction lender. At Fifth Third, we are committed to the development of housing at all price points. We think that it is important that housing is developed to give everyone an opportunity to thrive. One of the statistics that we use sometimes is that if you are financially insecure, families spend up to 25% of their mental energy addressing their financial insecurity on a daily basis. As an employer, this is quite honestly pretty terrifying, right? And we know that it is virtually impossible to be financially secure if you are not stably housed. And so because of that, we have been putting a big push on housing, affordable housing, and doing that with intention. So in our group, we like to say that we invest every dollar with intention, and that we are looking not for building a certain number of units, but for finding the right partners and building the community. And so Leah, we're so thrilled to have a long history with Homeport as the bank, and to work with an organization that is focused not just on building the physical structure, but on building the community that comes with that, and being there to transform lives. Because we know that living rooms and kitchen tables are places where homework gets done. They're places where families gather to talk about the challenges in their lives and in our world. And they're the place where memories get made. And we are thankful to be able to be a small part of that in this case. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Matt Sutter. I'm the Senior Director of Housing Programs at the Ohio Housing Finance Agency. I'm glad to be here to celebrate the dedication of Easton Place Homes Phase 2. What an exciting day for Homeport and the entire development team. We're proud to be right here on the list. This is what it's all about for OFA. I also want to acknowledge Joe Hagan in the audience. He's one of our board members. Thanks for coming, Joe. On behalf of the Governor, Mike DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel, and the OFA board, the entire OFA team, thank you for having the vision and the determination to create housing that is safe, affordable for families here in Columbus. I'm not from Columbus. I'm from Toledo. We don't have the same challenges you have here in Columbus, and I'm learning my way around. And I'm struck by some of the facts. 30,000 jobs in this community, which naturally requires affordable housing and workforce housing. So this is an exciting project to have happen in this community for people to live, work, and play. As I walked through the apartments, I was taking pictures, sending them back to some of my colleagues up there. My comment was, they do it right down here in Columbus. And that needs to be a model for some of these other parts of the state, because this is an exciting project. Building affordable housing is a big task and a daunting one, as I've said. But Homeport and the team has created affordable housing in an area that will provide residents with a strong quality of life. And I think, as you mentioned, this is the exciting piece of it, the quality of life that can be created in a community like this. This is the second phase, and as we've heard, there's a third phase coming. We're excited about that also to help complete this particular project. Job creation and housing development go hand in hand. In my office, there's a sign that says, home is where jobs go to sleep at night. And we believe that. And it's great that the narrative is beginning to shift, that housing is economic development. I think it's taken a long time for that to happen in our state, but it's happening everywhere. And we are economic development, and we always like to promote that. I've been involved in the housing industry for many years. I worked in public housing, worked in affordable housing, worked in municipal government. And I've been to groundbreakings, ribbon cuttings, grand openings, dedications like this. And each time it reminds me of the impact these communities have on people, on the residents. And as we heard earlier, this is where community is made. And this is the exciting part of a development like this. I worked in property management. To hear you talk about the children leaving the mess in the garbage, and I'm sure the maintenance guys were happy that the residents cared enough about their community to clean that up. Because on Saturday, on Sunday, they're not around, and it just continues to pile up. That's a great story, and that's the type of thing that makes community thrive. And in my background, we appreciate that. So across Ohio, communities big and small are working to develop housing solutions for their residents. We're honored to be a partner in them. Working together, we can ensure that all Ohioans have access to a safe, affordable place to call home. Once again, on behalf of Governor DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Tressel, the OFA board, and the entire OFA team, congratulations on this exciting day, and thank you for inviting us.
Almost a wrap. So I'm Patty Huddle. I'm with the Columbus-Franklin County Finance Authority. It's really wonderful to hear the things about community and about Columbus being unique as it relates to community. Last night I was talking to a new friend from Enterprise, and he was remarking that our organization and the way that we fit into this capital stack was somewhat unique. And he didn't see it in other places where he worked in the Midwest. And when we talk about the capital stack, you pair it against the uses. And so at the bottom, they should equal. And oftentimes, when the uses exceed the sources on the other side, that's when they bring us in, because the uses is higher. And what we can do is shorten that, because we can help with some exemptions on the construction materials. So it sounds very simplistic, but it's not. And it took City of Columbus and Franklin County to form our organization to allow that to happen. And it also takes a board and just buy-in to allow this to happen. So I'm incredibly proud of Columbus and our unique behaviors. I am so thrilled to be here today with the residents who are living here. I'm thrilled to hear you want to own it. It is the Columbus way, and you're living it. It is really hard to put these deals together. Financially, all these people that are here, legally putting these docs together, it is insane. And it takes a lot of trust and risk to get those deals done. So thank you very much, Leah, Homeport, Keep doing what you do. It's awesome. Come on up.
Oh, all right, folks. So we're coming to the end. I won't keep you long, but I will not let you leave without thanking a few people. So first, if you're a Homeport board member, could you wave your hand in the air? We put them to work. This is not a board that you can be on passively. They spend hours with us and our team making sure that we have the right governance so that as a nonprofit community-facing organization, we're really meeting mission every day with the things that we do. Next, if you are a Homeport staff member, go ahead and wave those hands in the air. Thank you so much to my team. Again, you've heard a few people call out Aaron, who is our lead at real estate, leads our real estate team. Nick, Rosier, where's Nick, who is our project manager for Easton. It's the first deal he did with us. So thank you, Nick. Yes. Day one, you got to jump on in and get this done. So thank you, Nick, as he continues to work on some of our next development deals. But really, it has been, really, truly only been able to be done through all of the contributions of all of you sitting under this tent. You've heard words today like hope, intentionality, purpose, passion. Yes, the money is what actually turns the wheels, but the people doing it have to be believing in that everyone, everywhere, at every income level deserves to have a safe and affordable place to live. If you don't have that belief, the hard work you can't get through. And so everyone under this tent has believed that. So we thank you. We're tremendously grateful. We're grateful for the vision that the city, the mayor and the council had that said, if you want to build housing in Columbus, we're going to ask you to include some affordability. Right? We're going to have it hand in hand. We're not going to have our market rate housing going on and our affordable housing going on in the shadows. We're going to have that hand in hand. We're going to have integrated communities. We're going to have mixed communities whereby people can live and grow together. And that is the story of Columbus. We have a tremendous opportunity and challenge ahead of us as a growing community. These are problems that not every city has. It is a problem that we have. It's created a tremendous amount of pressure on our current housing market at every price point. You see stagnation in our home ownership space. You see complete absence in our apartments and affordable space. So what we're doing today is really right-sizing our housing market. It is about affordability, but it's about the entire housing ecosystem and how people live. Cities are made of people, the people that live there every day. Yes, we have jobs. We gotta make this money. And I'm not dismissing that. We have to do that. But the place that you live, if you ask me right now today, where am I from? I'm going to tell you Cleveland Heights, Ohio. I have not lived in Cleveland Heights since I was 19 years old. But I will tell you, Cleveland, that's where I'm from. That's part of my story. That's part of my journey. So where you live is tremendously important. And we're so thankful to Valerie and many other residents like her who've chosen to make that place here. So thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. You want to see a unit, haven't seen one yet, you're going to walk over and you'll see Nick. He's taking to have seen some tours of some of our vacant units so that you can see it for yourself, what your work and contributions made happen. So thank you for being here. We're going to cut the ribbon. So if you want to come see us do that and celebrate with us. Again, these moments, Matt, as you said, you've been to a lot of groundbreakings, dedications, all the things. These moments are important. We need to note our successes. We need to mark in time why we do what we do and be able to build upon it for the next time. So come join us. We're going to cut the ribbon. We're going to say thank you one more big time, and then I'm going to get you out of here for today. Thank you all for being here. So good to see you all. Questions, comments, our Homeport team is all over. Can answer any questions you have about the development or any of the work that we're doing. Thank you again. We're going to follow Laverne. We're going to do that. We're going to cut the ribbon with the big scissors. Yes, that's for you. That's for you. Yes, we're going to cut the ribbon over there. Right over there by the inflatable.
You take it right off. Oh we got lots of
Get
scissors.
you right here, and put the resident right here in front of the
Good.
you.
I thought we just had one pair. I was going to have Valerie do it.
You're Valerie.
Come on, Valerie. Right up front there.
Right, for the mix of it.
You can stand right here in the middle. Where are you?
When'd you move in?
June. Middle of June. Yes, it's been great.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, no.
Balance. Everyone have some?
Yes, yeah. Get part up. Got to get in there. It's in there. Your purse? President Hartnett. That's the pair of scissors. Right, he's gonna slide right in. Yep, Winston.
Nobody has?
Winston. Maybe Richard has it. And let's pray. Teamwork. Take colors.
Oh, do I have
Give him yours. And you take this. Is there gold down there?
Did you guys get a good deal on scissors?
Yeah. Here, no, I need to go. Yeah, okay.
I might have to do a staple.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
yes, okay.
Everybody
Hold on, wait a minute. Got it.
All right, Valerie, why don't you count us down?
All right, from 5 or 3? All right. 5. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. When they give us the go.
Real quick, everybody just glance at me for a second. All right, go ahead and do your thing.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Is that your first original?
Yeah, it was my first. What was the last?